Hey folks, I'm back doing another practice SQL interview question. Let's get started. Today I filtered it to hard questions. Um, I'll try this one from Amazon because it has the word advanced in the name. We'll see how it goes. And because this is supposed to be a hard question, I'll start this timer and I'll try to solve it in less than 7 minutes. So let's see. You have a table of in-app purchases by users. Users that make their first in-app purchase are placed in a marketing campaign where they see call to actions for more in-app purchases. Find the number of users that make additional in-app purchases due to the success of the marketing campaign. The marketing campaign doesn't start until one day after the initial purchase, so users that only made one or multiple purchases on the first day do not count, nor do we count users that over time purchase only the products they purchased on the first day. Okay, and there's only one table here. All right, this is a lot of instruction and it's a little bit confusing. Let me try to parse it out here. So what they want, so we have a table of all in-app purchases. They want to find the number of users that made additional in-app purchases. Okay, so goal is to count the number of users that made more, I'll go like this. This is the criteria. More than one purchase after the first day they purchased some product other than the product they bought on the first day. I think that that's what they're asking, right? Because it's users that only made one purchase or multiple purchases on the first day don't count. Okay. And we don't count users that purchase only the products they purchase on the first day. Okay. Okay. So the instruction basically boils down to find the number of users that purchase more than one thing after the first day that they made a purchase. And then they also had to have purchased a product other than the one that they bought on their very first day. All right. So that took me a little bit to understand, but let's go ahead and get started here. My first step is going to be to find the first purchase date that each user has made. So I'll do that simply by doing user ID, created at first purchase date. Okay, so that gives us the first date that a user has made a purchase. Now we want to find the first item that they purchased, and I'll tie this all together in a second or in a minute. Let's see, marketing campaign. I'm gonna join this guy. So user ID. Okay, so let me explain what I did with this particular CTE. So what I did here is I'm getting the very first product that a user has purchased. I suppose it's possible that a user shows up here twice if they purchased like more than one product on the first day, but that's okay. Uh, and then we want to find all the users that fit the criteria up here. So let me show you how I will do that. From marketing campaign, we'll do join this again. ID. Okay. And then so again, let me finish typing this out and then I'll explain it. And then I want to join this. User ID. Product ID. Okay, so what am I doing here? Oh wait, I didn't finish writing this out. Create. Okay, so what am I doing in this step here? So what I'm doing is I'm getting all the purchases from this table, uh, but then I'm joining this first purchase date CTE that I made above, um, where again, remember, it's just the user ID and the very first date that they made a purchase. So I'm joining that CTE, but only where users placed another order after the first purchase date. So that satisfies one of the two criteria. Then the next thing that I'm doing is I'm left joining the first purchase item. Um, so this lets me know who made a purchase of the same product that they made on the first day, except they made it on a later day. And I want to exclude those purchases. So what I'm left with is essentially just the people who placed a purchase after their first purchase date and who did not, or who bought a product other than the product they bought on the very first day. So let's finish this out. Let's see if I got it right. I feel pretty good about this. Oh, nice. Okay. So, oh, that was close. I almost ran up against the 7-minute mark. But let's recap this. I think so. This was labeled hard. I would agree. But I think there's two reasons why it's hard. Number one is there's a lot of information to parse in these instructions. Like I boiled it down to the essentials of what they wanted, but I feel like this question is not super easy to understand. Like if you're under pressure and you're not used to parsing this kind of information very quickly, it might take you several minutes just to even understand what they're asking. So I think that's the first challenge, but really that's actually the first challenge of any SQL question is to understand what exactly are they asking. So that's the first hard part. The second hard part is, there's nothing too complicated about this code that I wrote, I think, but it does require knowledge of CTEs, and you do have to know how to join everything together to get the data that you want. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful to you guys. If you want to do practice on your own, I'm using something called Stratascratch. There's a link to it in the video description. And yeah, let me know if there's any particular problems you want me to solve, or if you have any feedback. Thanks.